Hello everybody, it is I, your favorite VTuber Android Airhead. We are trying to change this football into a rugby ball into a statue, and this is more ghost trick. 1 minute from now, you'll swap with Mino with the leaf. And then you'll have to swap Mino with something else. Something with the same shape. Oh, I do believe that's a rugby ball. Yeah, we already did. Okay, yeah, we know all this. How do I skip? Okay, got it. Alright, yeah. Then, yeah, we can switch back to... Yeah, okay. I got it. I understand what's happening here. Alright. First thing we need to do is go, essentially, to... the ball thing. Hold on. Go to the baseball. Oh, that's a baseball. Oh, so look at that. Yeah, sure, a whole lot of round things around here. Because, yeah, recap of last time. Essentially, wow, a lot of things happened. Basically, we found out there might be another ghost that manipulates people into changing stuff, and that apparently Jowd's wife was killed not by him, but by a accidental birthday trap that was changed by the ghost that was from a while back. Or something. Point is, there's an enemy ghost. Sure, a whole lot of round things around here.
Oh boy! That means time for me, right? Oh boy! My hair is also round.
Let's see, to use missile's powers, just tap V. Try it and see what happens. Wait. See, that's as far as I can go, is the swing. I don't know what they want me to change. Honestly. Let's see. Well, let's try just talking to myself. Hey, Lucina, welcome to the stream. How you doing?
Here comes that man, fast enough to scare even a quick little doggy like me.
Uh-oh, the rugby ball is still in the tree.
Ah, behold the recklessness of youth.
Yeah, it's that recklessness of yours that's causing us so much trouble.
No one can stop the recklessness of youth.
Well, if we can't stop it, then I guess we're gonna have to find a way to make it work for us.
But if he comes running too fast, we won't have to get time to get ready.
Looks like figuring out what to do with his recklessness is the key. Okay, wait, I think I have an idea of what to do here. So, if I wait until he launches the baseball, it might keep the momentum of... Oh, no, wait. No, the momentum stops, but I'll figure something out. Watch Thunderbolts today. Oh, cool. How was it? I've heard good things. Alright, just wait till he comes over here. Wait, hold on. I need him to move. I think. Let's just have him go right here for now. Okay. Go there. Still can't move. Nope. Okay, and then there. Climb up. I think I need to go up to the balloon. Okay, yep, oh, I think I've vaguely figured it out. Good to hear that it was good, yeah. First one of the best Marvel movies in years. Alright. Okay, go over here. Yeah, open the dumpster lid. Up. Okay. There's that. Move the seesaw. Over here. Yep, skip through all this. I can't go any further until the guy starts moving the swing and seesaw and all that. Okay, now I need him to change out I can switch the tire and the baseball. But that's probably not going to help me too much. But, I don't know. Hold on, let's let the tire roll all the way back. Uh-huh. There's gotta be some reason to do all this. I liked Red Guardian the most, to be honest, but every character had good character arcs in the movie. Oh, that's good to hear. I realize it's kind of been something of an issue with recent Marvel movies. I'm not trying to swap them, I'm trying to go to one. There. Then... Oh, what the... Oh, I can... I didn't realize I could use arrow keys for that. Okay. Now swap these, I guess. I'm not sure what this accomplishes, but I can do that. Okay. One more. There we go. There. Alright, now I'm in the boot. Can't go in the notes yet. There. Damn it! Rustle this. Damn it! Okay, clearly I need to give up on the notes. That's just not what I need to do. This funny flattened ball. I know what it is. That's not... we already talked about that. So it's probably the same level as Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty good, but not, like, the best. Get this ball closer to that Mino thing. I know I need to knock it down from the tree. The problem is I don't have the like, height to knock it down from the tree. Okay, in that case, just reset. Fine. I've heard this puzzle had a very simple solution, I'm just not getting it. But I don't know what it is, off the top of my head. Okay, let's see. What other ways can I go, if any? I may have already fucked up. I was supposed to go over there, now I can't reach it. Oh boy. Well. Such is the life. You don't know if you like it more than Volume 3. I mean, yeah, Volume 3 had a pretty good story to it. You know, just like, I like Rocket Raccoon. Yep. Thunderbolts had a very good emotional story as well, so oh, okay, yeah. I heard it had a lot of, like, shockingly good writing in it for most Marvel movies recently. Maybe because of the position of the... Right, I need to move this thing and then, yeah. Okay, I am running out of time. Oh, wait, no, I need to... Hold on, wait. I need to knock the ball down from the tree, yeah, but I need to also... Fuck, what else do I need to do? Yeah, a lot of round things, I got it. Cecil. Alright, let's try this. Fuck. God damn it! Okay, so again, I cannot change anything while... Oh boy. Can I change something barrel-shaped? I don't know, like... Can't swap these, obviously, that's crazy. I can make the lever go weird, but... What am I missing here? I know I'm missing something, obviously, but like... Like, people have just done bad things here. It's really entertaining. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Because, you got Bucky, you got Red Guardian. That does seem like an interesting setup. Dumpster lid. Open. Alright, there. It seems like I can't have the seesaw moved when I need to do the thing. I've already tried changing out the tire and the ball. Didn't work. I can't move while that cutscene is happening. So clearly I'm missing something else. Yep, bunch of round things. I got that. I feel like this should be really easy. I'm just not getting it. I know about the funny flattened ball. I got it. I have to find a way to get this ball closer to that Mino thing. Alright, let's try... I don't know, man, like... This is the closest thing I really have to some kind of idea. And even then, it's not a very good idea. I can't Actually, wait, now that I think about it, could I get something on the swing? Hold on, let's... I might be able to swap something from there, at the very least. Let's see, actually, I'm gonna swap this again. Let Cecil move, or Sissel move this. Ah, fuck. Hold on, let's switch. No, there. Alright. Alright, sure, swap the... No! Go to the basketball. Hold on. There. Well, I can go to a leaf flip, that's not really going to help me here. Telephone won't either, so... Damn, okay. No idea how this game works, but I might have an idea. Sure, go for it. I'm completely out of them. I can't go any further than Cecil right now, which is odd. They're not really odd, but, you know. Yep, alright, I've tried the same thing like 12 times. You make the seesaw launch something up the tree? See, I've tried that, but the only things I can get on the seesaw are the tire, which can't really launch, the basketball, which can, but not high enough, and the baseball, which does go high enough, but not high enough to actually change much. So, I do need to work through this, essentially. I can move the seesaw. I think Cecil has to be over here. Whoa, yay, look at that. Bunch of round things. Yep. Okay. There. Alright. Let's swap this and that. Hopefully that will actually work. I don't know. Well, let's wait till he gets on this thing, and then I can swap it back. Or actually, wait, no, this might be it. Because he's gone on that, and now if it's at this angle, maybe it will launch it properly. Actually, wait, let's stay with the tire. Why not? Okay, it didn't work. Well, think I'm on somewhat of the right idea, though. I have the... Alright, here's my current idea. I use the tire to keep it down, and then I switch it with the basketball at the last second to make it to where it goes, like, interestingly. Alright, move this. Yep, got that there. Understood. Alright, go here, go here, go here. Tire, baseball, sure, swap. How does this then go back here? Man, what? Alright, starters, swap this again. Cecil, do the thing. There. Then, swap these two things. And then swap that in the basketball. Okay, so even then, he will wait for it. God damn it! How am I still stuck on this? This is such a... I'm sure it's a very simple solution. I've tried opening the umbrella. See, I've tried that too, but the problem is, he's already over where he needs to not be by the time the umbrella is down. So I need to do something to stop him before he gets there. No. Oh, wait, wrong button. I have to do this. Gotta go over here. Now that I think about it, let's see. I wonder if I can swap myself while I'm in a ball. That's probably the only other thing I can think of. Let's see. Can I get in this and then have him... Nope. I can't okay, so yeah, I can't swap them while I'm inside one of them. Alright. And then... Nope, can't reach that. God... I know I have to be missing something, but I don't know what it is. And this can't be swapped with that, even though they are both round. I can get up here, which is part of the problem, because I can't reach the ball. Only this game had Glock 17s. You know what? That would solve most of my problems. You are correct. These two can't be swapped, but they can reach each other. Let's see. I really am just kind of out of ideas on this one. I hate to say it. I cannot get anywhere that I think actually makes sense to do this with. Can't reach that. Need to get the ball closer to the tree, but I also don't know how to get the ball closer to the tree. I don't know why adding a tire onto this would change things. Oh, let's... Alright, swap this. I'll swap it to the tire once it gets going. Okay, never mind. That did nothing. I can't swap these even though they're both paper? Alright. Shit. Alright, fuck it. Swap the... No, don't do that, but, go here, go there, swap these two. You move it. I guess is the only thing I can think of. God damn it, and it waits. It always waits to... I really don't know what I'm missing here. I may just have to look this up. Clearly, I'm just not getting it. Actually, wait a minute. Couldn't I just... I can't reach it already, so there's that. Talking to him isn't really going to help me here. Hold on, let's just... G. What? Alright, Mr. Your powers are key this time. Okay, I'm ready. I swap anything in the same shape. Yep. I got it. Let's just try a bunch of things to see how it goes. And if I see something go... Can't swap? Yeah, I got it. I understand, game. I got that part. I'm missing the rest of it. A Glock 17 would solve many of my problems right now. Alright. I can move the seesaw. I don't really understand why that's important other than just moving the ball over to me. But I can. Let's see. No, don't talk, just change the ball. Sure. Alright. Now, change the ball. Okay, I was gonna say again, but... Yeah, alright. Now we've got that there. What is that going to do for us? Honestly, no idea. Wait a minute. If I get this at the right angle, could I change the tire with the boot? There's got to be something to do with, like... I can't change the ball and the tire when it's like that, so what if that... Yep. I get it, he's very fast, I got that. Alright, with his recklessness, that's the big key here. Are any of these things remotely boot-shaped? I don't know. I can swap this, I just don't see the point to it. Oh man, this is rough. Alright. Fine, just swap the baseball and the basketball. Maybe putting the basketball here will do something. Alright, and then just switch over to Cecil. Get him in the baseball? I don't know. Three, two, one. Yep. Since I can't go ghost during that. Yeah, I'm fucked. Man, I do not know what I need to do here. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong things. That's my only real solution at this point. I can't reach the swing, not that that would really help me anyway, but... Funny flattened ball. Yep, I got it. Understand. Get this ball closer to the Mino thing. Yep, That's a great idea. Why didn't I think of that? Can't reach it. Don't know why I thought I'd try, but sure. Alright, just get down here and swap the baseball and the basketball so that I can actually move this thing. I have no fucking clue, man. Alright, move this. I don't talk to him. Oh, wait, I can't. Wow, I actually forgot I can't move. Alright, yeah, there. Alright, go there, at the very least. Or something. Now change back. Now I'll go there. Okay. Never mind, missed it. There, now that's the tire. Oh, are you shitting me? This can't be it. Really? Wow, I didn't see this coming. Don't you know the first thing about Globe Climber? Huh? Even little children treat it with the respect it deserves. They know that unless you spin it gently, there's no stopping it. Really? That was the solution? Yeah, it does look pretty dangerous. Looks like I'm just destined to fly through the air like this for a while. This might buy us some time. Oh my god, seriously? That was it? Well, that's on me.
Maybe I'll just keep spinning around like that for the whole 4 minutes. I'm sorry, but I don't think I would stand it for that long.
But anyways, it would at least we stopped him from running for a while. Let's do what we can while we have this chance. Okay, now I can actually do some stuff. Alright, there's that. Yeah, close the umbrella. Not entirely sure what this does, but I'm guessing... Hold on. Need to swap this and that, sure. I'm guessing the basketball is the key here. Or maybe it's the baseball, I'm not entirely sure. Sure, what do you have to say?
Oh, that was so close! If I hit the ball, I could have knocked it down.
Is that all this umbrella can be used for? For knocking the rugby ball down?
Don't forget about my powers.
And don't forget about the recklessness of youth. Yeah, I got that. Oh, let's go, Cecil. Can I can open this. Okay. Okay, and I can... Let's see. If I go back here, there's that. Let's go to missile. I do need him to be inside the rugby ball. Let's see. Huh. Okay, I didn't really think that was gonna happen.
The umbrella won't close, will it?
Ball must be in the way. Oh well, I guess we don't have to close it. Well, okay, yeah, great, but what was the plan there? So I so did not see that coming. I never thought the umbrella would catch the ball.
Did you see that? The tree branch, it shook a little.
So in other words, I need the tire?
Well, it shook a little more. It would knock the rugby ball down. Well, this terrible tree.
Maybe it just needs a little more. Yep, it's the tire. God damn it. Alright, after 97 attempts, I've finally gotten it. This will be the hardest puzzle in the game. Alright, so, for starters, just go over here. Nope, wrong button. Alright. My sheer stupidity. My brain is... I want to say it's still rotted from playing Devil May Cry 2 yesterday, but let's be real here, guys. We know that's not it. Alright, so yeah, in other words, swap the tire for the baseball and just go from there. I got it. Yeah, he's swinging. Fucking stupid. Alright. There. Swap. And now, I guess just get to the rugby ball. I do not need him to do anything else. Knock the ball from the tree. Got it. Okay. Wait till he goes there, make him spin, then do all that stuff. Okay. There. There we go. If I could just get the right timing on this shit. There. Okay. There. I have now saved the future. Just need to wait for the right time with the ball to get balled. Okay. I might be stupid. Huh. So, did you see that? Did you see the seesaw? Yeah, I guess the tire's too heavy to give it much height. I wouldn't have been surprised if it launched me into the air. The tire does have quite a bit of weight to it.
But no matter how heavy it is, I can still swap it.
Oh, I should have swapped the tire and the fucking... Oh, I'm dumb. Okay. So in other words... Oh my god. I'm an adult. I'm an adult. And I'm messing this up. Good god. It wasn't the shape of the umbrella they were talking about, it was the shape of the thing in the umbrella. Why am I dumb? Is it a lack of paying attention? That's probably part of it, but... Alright, you get in position. Swap this. No, wait, back. Okay. This, then that. Swap these two things. Then, I guess swap this and that. Then swap this and that. Then swap this and that. There. Everything is in position. Now, I'm going to go up here into this ball where I can wait for my time to strike. It should not have taken me this long to figure all this out. God, I'm fucking dumb. All right. Just swivel the bibble. Just get it done, bro. I don't even know the dead guy's name. That's on me. All right, spin this. Go up here. Do that. Open it again. Wait till he unspins himself or herself. I don't even know if this is a boy or a girl. Hey, a little bit. Sorry being a little over half an hour late. Don't worry. You missed nothing. It's exactly where I was at the end of the last stream. Okay. But I actually figured out the solution now. So... There, we moved the ball. What do you think, Missile?
With the ball there, I think I can do it.
Just a few seconds, you'll swap Mino with the leaf. And from there, you can swap Mino one more time. The final moment is near, Missile. Are you ready? And yes, it did take me this long just to get to the part where I should have been the entire time. Oh, yeah, there. Also, put down the music box. Oh, god damn it, he has it. Yep, there's that. Okay.
Okay, watch me, Sissel. Here I go.
Finishing touches. You can do it, Missile. Swap Mino with that ball. Just for comedy. There. Alright, yeah. There was no reason to do that, but... Oh! Well, I broke the oil canister.
There, how's that?
My head's been spared.
Truly, that was a try worthy of the gods.
And now Mino is right where it belongs.
We did it again, didn't we? Didn't we?
Fate averted. Oh, after almost an hour. Alright. Or 40 minutes, I guess, but...
Now nobody has to die.
Except for one brave little somebody.
Huh?
Talking about you, Missile.
Oh, me? I guess you're right. I'm still dead, aren't I?
So now let's go and save your life.
Wait a minute.
What is it?
Now that I think about it, I think I want to stay dead a little longer.
What?
When I was alive, I couldn't even help Miss Camilla when she was in trouble. I want to be able to protect Miss Camilla. And to do that, I need these powers I have now.
I see.
Perfectly understandable. Even I wish I had powers like that.
Hey, we just saved you. Don't wish your life away already.
Oh, of course. You're right.
You can swap objects. That was the whole thing. Yeah, that was the dog can do that. I have not been able to do that the whole time. I want to clarify. Okay, Missile. Have it your way. By the way, Mr. Reckless Youth, there's a certain detective who needs that music box you found. When we get back to present time, could you give it to her?
Certainly. You have my word.
Also, apparently that's a guy, yeah.
Let's go back then, to the present.
Alright. Everything's back in working order. And there's Lynn just completely uninterested in the body that's like right behind her. And so Camilla ended up in the hands of the kidnappers. We weren't able to change that part. Lynn listened to my story without saying anything. Sorry. Wish there was something else I could have done.
No, you did the best you could. I'm sure she's alright. After all, she has me!
Oh, right. Missile's still in the leaf.
Missile, are you in there?
There's a rather androgynous individual we just saved. Yep. Couldn't really tell either, honestly.
Miss Lynn, leave Miss Camilla to me. I know I don't look like much right now, but I'm sure I can help her. Missile.
Oh boy. Lynn. Okay. Missile, this would be the time to, like, jump to another object. God damn it.
I'm going to leave it up to Missile.
Kinda looks like Missile's being left up to the wind. Whoa! This city's full of weird people. What is this, LA?
I have something to give you.
No.
Stop the park from being turned into a housing site. Protect the park, the rock of the gods.
Aren't you forgetting your promise?
Oh, pardon me, pardon me. My apologies. This is for you. Oh. You kept the music box safe, didn't you? Thank you. Not at all. I was only doing what the rock of the gods would have wanted.
Thanks. Yeah. Lynn can't stop dying and can't keep a leaf in her hand. She didn't even stop the case for Joud's death. She'll do something, probably, I imagine. What's the matter? Can I get your tongue?
He's mesmerized by my beauty. Hey, the cat's not allowed to get your tongue. Excuse me, but are you... No, it couldn't be. Have we met before? Aren't you that little girl from that time? I'll never forget it. It was 10 years ago in this park. 10 years ago? Are you talking about...
Uh-oh.
Here in this park, the gods surely control fate. Today, 10 years from that day, we meet once again.
It's a very forestish part of Florida. That's why everyone's a fucking lunatic. Yup, this is all just a part of GTA 6. Which was delayed by over a year. Or, over a year from now. It's... I don't know, whatever.
If that isn't the power of the gods, then what else is it?
It could just be coincidence. But apparently you know our lady detective here. Alright, finally thought to check the audio. Alright, whatever. But apparently you know our lady detective here. Could you tell us about it? About what happened 10 years ago?
Yes, of course. I was actually just about to do that.
What's this Rock of the Gods you keep mentioning?
Don't you know? It's right there in front of us.
Oh,
Thistle. Wait a minute. You say GODs, but do you mean DOGs? Of course not. Don't be silly. This is no time for ridiculous word games. What? You are standing just above the Rock of the Gods now. Take a good look at that monument. Monument?
Rock of the Gods, Temsic Park.
Rock of the Gods?
Oh, it's a meteor.
The rock is buried in the ground right there. It's been there these 10 years. Ever since that day, it flew down from the heavens and showed us a miracle.
A miracle? A miracle?
So this rock you've been talking about is a meteorite? Precisely. It dropped from the sky on that day 10 years ago. Yes, of course. Surely you know all about it. Me? That day, I just happened to be passing through this park. I had no idea that day would change my destiny. The sun was going down, and through the gloom, I hear the scream of a little girl. Eek!
Now just calm down and drop that weapon.
Stay back! If you come any closer, I'll shoot her! I peeked out fearfully from the bushes and saw some shadowy figures. I didn't see the face of the criminal clearly. I knew I should do something to help, but I couldn't move. The tension was so thick it was painful. Just when I couldn't stand it any longer. That's when it happened. The sky suddenly burned bluish white. When it crashed into the ground, the meteorite gave off a shower of beautiful fragments. And then I saw it. One of those beautiful fragments pierced into the criminal's back.
Oh.
The judgment of the gods was brought down in the park that day.
What if it was like a ghost that brought the meteor down to save Lynn? This is FAQ question about how does the returning the present actually work, because time stuff is confusing. I mean, I think it's a little straightforward for the most part. Or, I mean, I can follow what's going on at the very least.
The little girl that was you was saved by... The little girl that was you was saved by the Rock of the Gods. Oh my, I can't believe it. The Rock of the Gods was given the name Temsic.
Or is it like Kismet or something? I don't know.
And still today, it lies sleeping deep in the park's earth.
Temsic.
I never knew about this, Temsik. I always thought Detective Jowd was the one who saved me. You were very young then, and you passed out from the shock of being taken hostage. Of course you wouldn't remember.
I just want to randomly get hit by a meteorite. That's pretty shit luck. That's funny. A huge incident like that should have caused quite a stir. It's strange you never heard of it, Lynn.
It is, isn't it? But now that I think about it, I remember I didn't want to think about what happened. I avoided the news that I never came back to this park again. That's why I didn't know anything about it. The meteorite was named Temsik after the name of this park that it fell in. And then the Rock of the Gods was forgotten. Now an awful thing is happening. They're talking about turning the park into a housing site. I'll never forget the miracle I witnessed that day. And so I've taken up residence in this park and am trying to appeal to the people. Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods. That is my mission. I see. I'm taking you with me, Missile.
So 10 years ago, the little girl that was Lynn wasn't aware of the meteorite. I get that, but Detective Jowd, on the other hand, there's no way he didn't know about this Temsik thing. If he knew. And the man died. I took his life. What was that confession of his all about? Unless it's a different thing that happened. The rocks of the gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago changed the destinies of many people's lives. Like the ripples on a pond when a pebble's dropped in. Every answer I get, I learn about a new mystery.
Yeah.
With every answer I get, I learn about a new mystery. Will I be able to break the chain of mysteries before dawn? Maybe? I don't even know what this is about. Anyway, now that we have the evidence we need, we decided to meet up again at the minister's office. Besides, there are a few things I want to ask Detective Jowd. Also, there's no way her pockets are big enough to hold that thing. I like how everyone has a connection to each other, directly or not. Outside of Sissel, we barely know much about. Exactly. And even Jowd has some kind of connection to Sissel, because he was painting a picture of him in his cell, and I can't imagine why he would know who he is, if not for knowing who he is.
We found the music box, Detective Jowd.
Good job, Lynn. I knew you would. Once everything has been resolved, I had wanted you to give this to him.
Him? You mean Inspector Cabanella, right?
I don't suppose he'll ever forgive me.
Detective Jowd.
Now then, let's get this thing open. There's a certain knack to doing it, you know? See? Calls that a knack? More like brute strength to me. Here you are. You should find scorch marks on the grip.
Scorch marks?
When Camilla built her contraption, she used a special kind of string. It's a kind magicians use. It burns up in an instant and disappears.
Why would little Camilla use something like that?
I don't know. Maybe because she's a detective's daughter. Not leaving any evidence behind and all that.
In the case report, there was a mention of some scorch marks.
When it happened, Camilla was watching from her hiding place. She saw the flame under the gun, something she naturally didn't include in her design. I took the gun out of the frame and replaced it with a picture. If you remove the picture, you should find some scorch marks behind it on the frame, too. Those marks should match up with the ones on the gun.
In other words,
it proves the contraption existed there in that room that day.
and it didn't work the way your little girl intended, is that right?
Exactly. Some cowardly culprit modified the design.
But that angle was never brought up in court. And so, as Justice Minister, I must call off the execution at this point.
Okay, execution solved.
I knew I was right.
It wasn't Detective Jowd. Now we can finally prove that. Thank goodness.
Thank you, Lynn. In those eyes of yours, I see the eyes of that little girl from 10 years ago.
Okay. Now we're gonna get some answers on that. No, not him. There. This guy.
Cecil, if you wouldn't come to my cell tonight, I would be gone by now, without ever having known any of this. This is what I deserve. That's what I told myself these past 5 years. Things are different now. Thanks to you, my eyes have finally been opened. Tonight, I've come into contact with a lot of people's lives and gotten involved in their fates. The only reason I was doing it was to regain my own lost memory. Things are different now. We're connected to each other somehow. I just know it. And that's why I need to ask you a few more questions. In order to find the truth about us. Fair enough. Fire away.
Cecil told me all about it, Detective Jowd. What the manipulator.
Yes, and it looks like this manipulator really did a number on the minister, too.
Arrgh!
Please don't pick on the minister. If he dies again, I'm the one who has to save him.
Oh. Cecil, do you think that's what happened to me, too?
What are you talking about, Lynn? Oh, tell me. You were manipulated too? There was always a part of me that just couldn't believe it. That image of the one who shot me. But now I see the possibility of a new explanation.
Was it? Who is it? And why did they do it? That contraption was a birthday surprise for Camilla's mother, wasn't it?
That's right.
Something's been bothering me about it. I feel like I know that device from somewhere.
No surprise there. You lost your life once tonight because of that machine.
Right? I knew it! See, Detective Jowd?
No, I'm afraid I don't see.
I told Detective Jowd about it. Oh yeah, you find it convenient that he lost all of his memories in the moment Cecil tried to ask him why. Yeah. It is a little odd that somehow he's forgotten more or less exclusively stuff about him, you know? It's like part of being a ghost detective is losing your own identity as a result, because I still have doubts he'll be able to solve this by 5 to 6 a.m. Currently it's only midnight, or like 10 o'clock or something like that, so we still got good time on it. Told him about seeing the exact same contraption tonight in a completely different place.
That's very strange indeed. The junkyard on the edge of town? I've never even heard of the place. And what's more, I've never told a single soul about that contraption.
You haven't?
That old pigeon guy. Who in the world is he? Well, he's blue, so, and not to be racist, but blue people in this game seem to be evil, so... Detective Jowd, you must have heard this name before. Temsic. The meteorite that fell in the park 10 years ago. You were there. So you found out about that, did you? I hear that meteorite saved little Lynn's life. That's right. Couldn't do anything to help Lynn that day. In that case, I don't get it. If it's true, doesn't it mean you didn't steal somebody's life away?
What are you talking about?
Detective Jowd, you told me that 10 years ago, the person who killed the perpetrator in the park was you.
What? But it was the meteorite.
I wasn't lying. I stole that man's life away. No question about it, it was entirely my fault.
What if this is Cecil? Like, you can kind of see, like, the outline of his nose right here, and he's got, like, a suit on.
I was just about to shoot him. Would have shot him in the next instant if the meteorite hadn't come. At that point, I was already a murderer.
Dude, what? That's not true. You were trying to save me.
Lynn, I'm sorry, but I don't think that's really it.
Huh? Since there are ghost detectives, are there ghost killers running around? Everyone in that... There seem to be a ghost killer, at the very least, the manipulator guy. We don't know who it is, but, you know, it's someone. On that day 10 years ago, a different incident happened in another place.
Another place?
Yes, in the police headquarters interrogation room. The worst sort of incident. A suspect who was being questioned escaped.
Wow, I didn't know about that.
I happened to be there in the detective division, so I joined the chase. Fortunately, or I guess unfortunately, I was able to track him down alone in the park. Hold it right there! I fired a warning shot. I wanted to catch him bad. That warning shot made him panic. He's even dressed like... I think I mentioned this before, but it's funny that he's kind of dressed like Gumshoe. At the time, I was a young and green detective brandishing my sense of justice like a sword. I made him panic and got you involved, Lynn. It was all my fault.
Detective Jowd.
All I could see was my target. Couldn't even see you. So sorry, Lynn.
So the man who grabbed me died that day.
These last 10 years. Never forgotten his face. And then a few years after that, when my wife Alma died in such a mysterious way. Thought it was fate. My punishment for what I'd done. Yeah, Lynn cannot stop getting... She's like a magnet for danger. I painted pictures in my cell. Nothing but portraits of people's faces. All the faces of the many people I'd met in my life and didn't want to forget. Oh, and there's the statue from the park. And tonight, I finished my last portrait. The final face I wanted to remember. Yep, it was Sissel. Okay, so Sissel was the guy from the park. The final face. The face of the man in the park that day. Wait, just 1 minute. That can't be. I saw that painting. I saw the face you painted tonight. It was my face! You telling me I was the man in the park that time? That's right. That face of yours is the face I saw 10 years ago. The face of the man whose life I stole. Of the man who was pronounced dead at the scene.
But hold on, Detective Jowd. That can't be true. I just met Sissel for the first time tonight. And he died right in front of me.
By the way, the name that I know the man in the park that day by isn't Sissel. What? From the first minute I laid eyes on you tonight, I've been wondering. Who in the world is this guy? Well, say what the name is! Also, to be fair, Sissel did not know, necessarily, that his name is Sissel. He just kind of guessed based on information he was given. So he says about Sissel being a criminal is right. Now I'm wondering if he was the missing caller those kidnappers mentioned earlier was Sissel. I'm pretty sure it was. Because earlier in the game when they showed Sissel's picture in like the headquarters for the bad guys, they said like, oh yes, Sissel is the one we need to contact or whatever. Who knows? Mr. Minister, Inspector Cabanella, where are you? Just be quiet and listen. This is our demand. What? What? Demand? Our demand hasn't changed. The execution must be tonight. Once we've confirmed it's been carried out, we'll release the hostages. What are you talking about, Inspector Cabanella? And you know it wasn't my daughter who was abducted. Does it really matter who the hostage is? A life is a life. Even if that's the daughter of a death row prisoner. Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostages will go free. Carry out the execution immediately and wait for our call. But also, none of this explains why they want Jowd dead. It's not, so far, it doesn't. We don't know if he has like information about the situation. What is it, Mr. Minister? You look paler than ever.
What in the world? What's going on, Inspector Cabanella?
Sissel, go through the phone, immediately. The rock of the gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago twisted the fates of many people and started a chain of tragic events. And even now, the chain continues to grow ever longer. Inspector Cabanella's call proved that to us. And the greatest mystery is all has risen to the surface. Who is this me I've been chasing all night? Who am I? We've been further from knowing than when I started. Who's the caller for the Mafia? Yeah, I knew he was like kind of weird at least, but... Alright, I think there are 17 chapters total, which means I have 3 left after this. I can easily do at least one more for this, probably. This stream. The next stream will be the one that wraps it all up. 2:55 a.m. 10 years ago, a man named Sissel took a little girl named Lynn hostage, and then was killed by a meteorite fragment. Tonight, a man named Sissel met a detective named Lynn at the junkyard on the edge of town, and then was killed by a bullet. But the scene I find waiting for me on the other end of the phone line feels like the final nail in the coffin of my lost memory. Oh, what the fuck? I see myself. There you are, Commander Sith. Finally. Oh, hey, Sith, and today's, May the 4th. Huh.
Sissel! Where have you been, my good man? We've been looking everywhere for you.
Had a little unfinished business to take care of. Didn't think it would take this long. What about your people? Sure went out of their way to mess me up.
I say, I believe we filled every one of your conditions in our little deal. What right do you have to complain about anything outside our bargain?
We can talk about that when we get together.
This will be our last communication by telephone. We'll arrive in 1 hour. I look forward to seeing you, Sissel.
Dawn is approaching. The darkness surrounding my own mystery is deep, but I know it's always darkest before the dawn. Well, shit.
Yes, we're nearing the final stages of our little deal, my good man.
Yes, sir. All preparations are complete, sir. And we just had a report, sir. Lights have been spotted, sir.
Have they now? By all means, let me have a look. Yes, we're very close.
We will now disconnect from the communication cable and have no service until we arrive, sir.
What, are they in a spaceship?
Or a submarine or something?
Very well.
A submarine would be more likely. The manipulator was Cabanella the entire time. I don't think the manipulator was Cabanella. Okay, so yeah, this was some kind of... Yep, submarine. Okay. You know, that was the more obvious guess, and yet somehow I didn't think of it. Manipulator is able to control bodies for an unidentified amount of time, so the real Sissel's chasing is the manipulator. Probably. Nice try, Inspector Cabanella. But you could never stop me. See you, sucker. Basically, first and foremost, I need to go into Cabanella's body. Hey, do you think you could wake up for me? Ah, boy. Still unconscious, huh? Guess he hasn't been dead for very long, then. I'll just go ahead and go back to 4 minutes before his death. I'm a little nervous about what I might see there, though. If that's where I'm gonna find my answers, I can't run away from it. I find it strange the manipulator doesn't turn people blue, tell if they're evil. That is interesting. We don't know necessarily who the manipulator is. So this is 5 minutes before now, essentially. Once criminal gets punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately and wait for our call. Wait for our call. That's a good boy. Yeah, hostage sure is a handy thing. Gives me a complete control over the top police inspector in the country. What's the matter? All those broken bones smart a bit? Okay, so he's not necessarily evil, but he is a hostage. What's it like to feel pain? Does it make you feel alive? Why are you doing this? Now, is that any kind of question for a top inspector to ask? Isn't it obvious? Revenge, of course. Revenge on all the people who stole my life away 10 years ago. Well, the shit Cabanella's done, I feel bad for the fact that he got killed even though he's a douchebag. Oh, he's definitely a douchebag, but like, I'm not sure if he's like evil, based on this conversation. Don't be ridiculous. It was a meteorite that stole your life. Or have you forgotten that? Wrong! I was murdered by all of you! Detective Jowd, who chased me down and forced me into a corner even though I was innocent. Lynn, that girl who was right there when I was running. Lynn? She was just an innocent little girl playing in the park. If that brat hadn't been there, I never would have thought of taking a hostage. That's the most self-centered garbage I've ever heard. And finally you, Inspector Cabanella. Me. You hadn't done what you did, and never would have pointed a gun at that kid. Hey, that rhymed. You were so proud of your spotless record. My case was the one blot on it, wasn't it? Only two people know the real truth. Me and Detective Jowd. I bet tonight's execution will be quite a relief to you, won't it? One of the people who know about the stain in your record will disappear for good. Cabanella didn't do it because he was the caller, he was forced into this. This is seemingly strong as shit for a twink. You know, maybe his muscles are just very dense. That's very wound tightly around his bones. That's what I got from that. That's why you didn't help him escape from prison. That's the kind of guy you are. I had nothing to say to you. You'd never listen anyway. Oh, well, that's a pose. Oh. Ye gods. Now then, Inspector, let me make a big red stain on your spotless white coat. So he can use ghost powers while still alive and somehow resurrect himself? This was another condition of my deal. To wipe out everybody who knows about Temsic. Here's another thing though, if he is the manipulator ghost, that means he could easily, like, take the body back without it being alive, right? Revenge? That's what I'm up to? None of this makes any sense. Hey man. Mind telling me what's going on? Inspector Cabanella! He's awake. My head's spinning, baby. Am I to understand that Cabanella character who just got shot is me? That's right. And you're supposed to be the scoundrel there who just shot me. I guess so. But you couldn't be, could you? Huh? After all, the guy in the red suit just walked out the door, right? So, who are you? Guess I just have to face it. I'm not that Sissel guy. I'm somebody who's searching for himself. That's why I'm here to save you. At the very least, you have information about that guy in red. Information I need. So you came on a rescue mission now, did you? Nothing like the sound of that, baby. Because there's a very important life here somewhere. A life valuable to this nation. Okay, so do your thing, baby. So is it the meteor Jowd and Lynn all stole his life? Something like that, yeah. Granted, Jowd is the only one who remotely seemed... Also Cabanela, if they knew he was innocent the entire time. Look at him. There's that something emanating from his body. Is it really the sign of having special powers of the dead? Here we go. What's going on? Never seen the ghost world like this. So you're here, aren't you? He sensed my presence. I noticed you. You think you can stop me, don't you? Or do you? I don't know why you're wearing my face, but you might as well give up now. I control everything. Oh boy. Okay, so basically I just need to go around him without him seeing me. Everything! Including the life of this police inspector in white. Yep, here we go. Wait, don't shoot! Yep, okay. For something, you can hear your thoughts. That's true. This other me knows the powers of the dead well. Who wouldn't notice what you just did? You practically shouted, "Look at me, baby!" Looks like it might be hard to save you under these circumstances. Guess I can't use my powers right in front of him like that. I figured, yeah. I kind of just did that to see what would happen, but like... Gotcha. Rock the helmet, but... Let's see, does this count as right in front of him? Actually, well, let's see H. Okay, yeah, we've already heard this. So, are you a manipulator too? I have ghost tricks, powers of the dead, yeah, but I can't control living creatures. Anywho, I think you'd better be very careful. That guy in red is a manipulator. Naturally, I think he knows about powers like yours. If he realizes you're here, then things might get a little sticky. You're right, I'd better be careful. Alright, here's an idea. I go down there, so that way I can get around him. He'll slam this thing really quick, or soon. You can't tell I'm here before... There we go. Okay, here we go. Here's something. Look at this place. What happened here? What in the world happened here? I think I'm starting to remember. Something bad happened here. Well, I could have told you that. This is like the Johnny Bravo had ghost powers? Kinda, yeah. It's a fun little puzzle game, essentially. By the Ace Attorney guy. And now, there's another death line hidden here. What? Another death? Didn't I tell you from the start? Didn't I say there was a very important life valuable to the nation here? I thought you were talking about you. I'm just a crazy character in a white coat, baby. It's the pigeon guy, isn't it? Okay, so basically he comes first. If he knows about the whole death timer, why doesn't he make it impossible for them to save him by just killing the guy? I mean, if he wanted to make it impossible, he could just, like, poison the guy, because then it's like, if it lasts longer than 4 minutes, there's no way to save him in that 4 minutes if there's not an antidote nearby. Hey, come to think of it, where's that old pigeon guy? Wrong way! Okay, well, that works. Alright, body. There. Now we got 2. Excuse me. Yep, he's also passed out. Great. You awake? Well, clearly not. Oh. Wait, maybe? Guys!
I never sleep during work hours.
Professor, do you recognize me?
There's only one crazy character in a white coat that I know of.
He hasn't lost his memory.
I'm not the type who likes losing things. But never mind that. Cabanella, this is quite a surprising guest you brought with you. Pretending like you didn't just blow up the place.
Are you talking about me? Oh, this is a different guy. And I'm his guest, actually. Instead, he came to rescue us. You see, admits they're a bit over the top. Yeah, there's that. I like his scarf, though. It kind of adds a lot of, like, color to it. Because it's a color that isn't white. Yeah. Unlike you, my sharp friend, he still hasn't gotten his memory back.
Pitiful.
Ouch! That hurts. Anyway, now we'll be going back to 4 minutes before your death. In order to change your fate, that is. But aren't we already in the past, man? We can go back even further. I've done it before. Still don't see a path to saving Inspector Cabanella. If we go back further, maybe I'll find a lead. Okay. What the fuck is happening here? How many times do I have to tell you, Professor? This place is dangerous.
Don't be daft. I can't leave now.
Stop fucking thinking. Oh, there's that. There's also, here's something kind of interesting that happened earlier. When we first saved Lynn and she got like a form inside of her brain for the death thing, she thought she was Inspector Cabanella and had his body and then switched over to hers. So that shows that just because you think what your body looks like when you're dead is what you think, it's not necessarily what it is. You can have a different body than what you think your body looks like. So, that begs the question, what exactly is... who is Cecil?
He's completely dead, but just as I thought, I'm getting a reading. This is the source of his powers. If I remove it...
He's not dead, he's just not there. The true form of the manipulator isn't something you can detect. It's a spirit.
Ridiculous.
And how many deaths can you rewind before you simply can't anymore? I don't think there is technically a limit. Oh, so you figured it all out, huh? You're a clever man, Inspector Cabanella. So it's really true. I wasted a lot of time tonight because of you, Inspector. But it's all just like you said. I died 10 years ago. This body's just a vessel. A shell. I control everything. This shell, people... just like I controlled the Justice Minister and Lynn. Oh, it's true. You weren't manipulating my baby that time. You made her shoot your shell. But why? Why would you do a thing like that? To create conclusive evidence. You know, on that security tape. Now she's a murderer too. She'll suffer just like Jowd did. Now then, Professor. I'm afraid it's time for you to die. I don't have any grudge against you. I'm even grateful to you.
Oh yeah? So why don't you let me live then?
I'll be leaving this country forever tonight. But before I do, I need to erase all evidence that these powers of mine exist. Along with the contraption in this room. This time the thing will work the way it was meant to and it'll all be over. Cupid won't turn this time. He'll shoot his little arrow this way. Oh, dynamite. Professor, look out! Oh boy. You're saying Cecil is either in the wrong body or doesn't remember his own appearance? Pretty much, yeah. Unless they're twins. Which would be interesting.
Dynamite, eh? When the devil did that? He put that there. He planned it all out tonight. Having my baby shoot him, having his corpse disappear.
His corpse disappeared? Yep, that's why they were blue doctors. That medical examiner, remember him?
He was a complete and utter imposter.
He said he was going to take the corpse back to the lab. But he'd already made a deal with the manipulator to meet him and give him the body back. But I wasn't going to let that happen, baby.
You saw through their plan, eh?
I noticed right away. The medical examiner didn't know the first thing about examining a body. I knew he was a fake, so I tracked him down and bought him off. Bought him off? I had him smuggle the corpse to this room. So, okay, Cabanel's actually a decent guy. Granted, it wasn't great that he did the whole Jowd thing, but it doesn't seem like he actually knew the murder was, like, a fake. Well, I thought we could find the source of his powers. Of course, never in my wildest dreams did I think his abilities were powers of the dead.
Anyway, there isn't much time. He's leaving the country before dawn.
And I'm gonna follow him, of course, after I save you two. Something's been nagging at the back of my mind. I remember what Ray said to me tonight. He said that spirits cease to exist when the day breaks. If that's true, how could a spirit from 10 years ago still be here?
No time for thinking now, baby. Action is the name of the game. Work your magic and take us back, even further into the past.
Measuring device. No use, I can't open it.
The fact that the professor's standing on it have anything to do with it? I may look small, but I'm pretty heavy set.
Sounds so proud of that fact, too.
This door, such a pity. Too bad it doesn't open downward. Sometimes life can be so hard, wouldn't you agree, Professor? Yeah, that's why we're both dead.
The door that opens downward, huh? So, wait, doesn't that mean the door would, like, swing down as opposed to, like, down instead of up? Oh, whatever. Alright. Okay, get up into there.
Well, what do you think you're doing?
Just thought I'd try it out.
If you do, you're gonna set the contraption in motion.
Oh, yeah.
I just thought he'd blow me up is what he thought.
Oops, that was my bad. There aren't a whole lot of things I can use and tricks on in this room. Oh boy, I may have fucked myself. I need to move. I need to protect them from the explosion. Once he gets off the door, I'll be able to get out of this thing. No use, can't open it. Got an understanding out of anything to do with it? Is that then he looks? Why are you asking me? This door. It's a pity, yep. Doesn't open downward. Damn it. I know he's standing on it. I just thought it would work. Alright, time passed a little more. This handle lets you grab it to push it upward with a single arm so you don't drop something that can easily transport objects between fibers. The manipulator used the little girl's body to kill Zhao's wife and nearly got him executed. That is pretty fucked up, yeah. I guess this guy just lacks morals and humanity. Dude, just get off the door. Okay, let's try that again. Can't seem to get up there. Or over to that thing. Can't get up to that. Just barely shy of that. Measuring device. Sure, examine. What in the world is this thing? I guess the handle lets you grab to push it upward with a single arm so you don't drop something. Yeah. Oh, he's dead, so the laws of humanity don't apply here, do they? You know what? That's fair. Laws of hell? I don't know. This device has a meteorite. This device has that meteorite data entered into it. If it detects Temsic radiation, it responds. Got that, kid? Isn't it a lovely thing? I guess sometimes it's important not to think too much about things too much. What a sorry pair. This is that thing we already know. And if I let him know where I am, then he's gonna go all wacky. Red guy standing on it. Okay, so clearly, whatever problem I have, I cannot fix it normally. And yet, I also cannot get it to go anywhere else. I am very much lacking in choices at the moment. This feels important, but I'm not sure if it's important right now. I like that he's nerfed by the fact that there's a certain amount of time before he's able to start moving and stuff, like he has trouble entering bodies smoothly. This'll... Hey, I know that voice. Help me. Where are you? Find me. Before I'm carried away. What's with that frail sounding call for help? He's here somewhere. Friend of yours? Friend of yours? Yep, a little guy that looks like a little fragile, but has strength that'd surprise you. Well, he's asking you to find him. But before he's carried away, no less. I'm almost out of time. Should I look for him? In that case, wouldn't that mean Missile is somewhere around here? Or... where he's carried away. Is it this? No, we already looked at that. What would be carrying him, though? That's the problem. Dude, move from the spot you're in. Freeze again. Farewell. Sounds like a little paw was carried away. Where was he? Maybe you should have tried to find him somehow. What do you think I was doing? Maybe you should have looked around, you know? Corner to corner, baby. Oh, maybe I should start over. What's the coming to stop the angel from lighting the damn bomb? Good question, really. I'm guessing this is where it wants me to be. This is the only thing I can think of where, like, something would be happening. Maybe you can swap something with something else. Yeah, I know time is passing. I don't really have a lot of options here. Gotta be the rats, right? Nothing really over here. Come on. One of you please be Missile. Or that other ghost that was helpful. There it is. There's the leaf.
Thistle, here I am.
Oh, hey, it's Missile. What are you doing there?
You really have to ask? Seriously, are you really going there?
No, that's okay. Never mind. Anyway, I need your powers. Can you help me out?
Of course. Here, let me come join you. Okay, here I am, Sissel.
Well, maybe things will flow in a new direction.
Even though the flow of the sewer is a little bit stinky.
Okay, that's interesting. Let's see. What can I have him switch? The ball, there's a telephone. Let's see, It looks like I have to stay down here at the very least. Alright, let's talk at least. Alright.
Remember how to use my power?
Yeah, you can swap things that have the same shape, right?
Well, to be precise, I can swap things that look like they have the same shape.
What's the difference?
As I was being carried by the wind and falling into the river, I realized something. If you look at a thing from different angles, it looks all different.
You know, that's a pretty good point. The little doggy who came in with the sewage. In other words, if I wait for this to turn around, it looks like a toy cake. But unfortunately, I lack any real time for that. Unless I can, like... Nope, can't really reach anything else. God damn it. Unless... Oh, wait, hold on. I got an idea. Maybe this is the same shape as that. I just need to move Sissel. Nope. Okay, wrong button. Nope. Let's see. Anything else down here that has a remote round shape? There's a ball right here. I could probably swap that, but... Oh, this trash can lid is the same shape as the trap door. But I need to... Huh, alright, what... Okay. Then unlock the trash can lid over there. Well, that's what I call some proper commotion. They're making that trash can dance. I've been told I feel a little bit like dancing now myself. It's getting harder and harder to hold my wild instincts back. What a dangerous bunch. Wait for it. Oh fuck, I was supposed to swap the tire with that and then... Okay, alright, I already fucked up. No, don't talk, just go. Alright. I know what they're doing, I've seen it. I don't want to chase them, I think you have to think... I got it. I already did the thing! I already did the... I swapped them. There. I've swapped 44 things. Yeah, the problem calls a proper commotion. The specification of the ghost power is based on the species and motivations. I'm not sure if it's based on species, but it definitely is like different like abilities and stuff, just from various things. I'm not entirely sure what causes it, but yeah. Different ghosts have different powers. Knock the lid off. There, good, good, good. Swap. You remember how to use my... Oh, not that, you idiot! This'll just go to a different thing! I already know how the powers work! By the way, when I said you idiot, it's me. I'm the idiot. God damn it. Nope, nope, nope! This one. You, move. You, dog. Swap. Well, he still gets caught in the explosion, but at the very least, he survived. Oh, Cabanella. Sorry, little pigeon. It's for you, Inspector. I have a little job for you. I can't move. I think I have 4 or 5 broken bones. I don't mind. Won't prevent me from manipulating you. Might make it hurt a little bit when I move you, though. Quite a bit, actually. Damn you! That's one death averted. Question is, now can I even save Cabanella without something else happening? I can't believe it! You lot actually pulled it off! Sorry, Inspector Cabanella. I couldn't do anything to help you. And here I am, a poor broken heap of arms and legs. Why doesn't Mr. Rewind to Sissel's death so they can find everything out? Because I'm not entirely sure how that works. Also, keep in mind, the only reason we think ghosts disappear at dawn is because another ghost told us that. But we don't know who that ghost was, and maybe that was the manipulator, and he was just trying to get us on like a different path. The magic disappearing act, that is. Nothing like it, baby. Yeah, except, unlike a normal magic trick, I'm the one that managed to vanish without a trace here. Updated the phone book. Fate averted. Yeah, but now we only have moments until he dies. Cabanella. What's the matter? You look like you'd rather be dead, not that you aren't. I was just remembering the fact that right about now, the real me is giving the poor Justice Minister a real fright. Oh, that phone call? Yeah, he was pretty upset.
Excuse me, mister. You really shouldn't be mean like that.
And what's this lively little creature? Oh, this little doggy is the warrior who helps keep Camilla safe. Or keeps Camilla safe. Or he would be if he was actually still full of life. Camilla. God's in heaven, what a terrible thing! That poor little girl taken hostage.
It's a cruel twist of fate indeed.
Wait just a minute. Miss Camilla is a hostage?
Yes, we're sorry, little warrior.
Miss Camilla? A hostage? What's a hostage?
Anyway, Inspector Cabanella, it's time to save your life now. But you couldn't get very far when you tried before, am I right?
But this time it's different, right, Cecil?
That's right. With us working together, it's a whole different situation. We'll save the Inspector in white, and then we'll go rescue Camilla, okay?
Okay, let's hurry up and get through this.
Gee, kids, you're making me feel like an afterthought. Alright, let's get started. Inspector Cabanella is upstairs, so our first step is to get up there.
Cecil, I'll go up first and wait for you.
Godspeed, Corgi. Or, I don't know what kind of dog you are, but that, then.
Okay, lovey-dove, we'll need your help. Carry this measuring device upstairs. It has Mr. Ghost in it, so don't drop it.
This dove has no feet. Alright, you can put that down now, little guy.
There you are, Cecil.
Sorry for the wait, Missile. 4 minutes from now, the Inspector will be killed by a gun. You just jump in there and stop him from firing, would you? There you go again with that stuff.
Besides, it doesn't make any sense. If you stop him from firing, he'll just kill you some other way.
Wait a minute, that sounds familiar.
Yep, same situation as mine. Your best bet this time around is to allow him to shoot and then save Cabanella without him noticing.
Oh, it's even worse than last time. Anywho, just been there and do something.
Okay, I'm ready to jump in, Cecil. Don't forget, whenever you want to use my powers, just tap V.
Alright. The manipulator said that, then why didn't he just lure Cecil somewhere and cut off all possible nodes of escape? That's true. There's a pretty good chance it's not literally him, but I don't know. It is a question. The only thing I can really swap right now, at the moment, is, essentially this helmet and that hat, but, not really a lot of swappable stuff, truly. Can't really swap this or that. Let's just wait here for now. See if I can do something. Alright. Can't really move much. I need to wait till he, like, slams the thing. There we go. I gotta do it in a way without him seeing it. Can't get over there. So... Alright, now we're gonna have to worry about this. What would be the same shape? We got these two things, but I don't see how this really connects at the moment. Can't really manipulate things normally. Is there anything else around here that might help? Nope, this is pretty much it. Alright, Let's see. Not much else about this room is really going to change, is the problem. I don't think.
Oh, did you see that? That bat Cecil turned around.
You have to call him that? Yeah, maybe this is my chance to try out some ghost tricks. This is the only time he takes his eyes off of me, too. If you have something to do, do it now. Time to take the first step towards saving the Inspector. Alright, in that case... This bookshelf is lined with books. How's the old pigeon guy even reach up here? I wonder if he even makes his pigeon fetch these books for him.
I ain't telling.
So many mysteries surrounding this old man.
Never mind those. Doesn't really change the fact that I don't really know what I'm doing. Yep, okay, I thought that would do it. I already did it, yeah. Let's just restart. Alright. Can't reach that. Yeah, let's just get this to somewhere else. We have to wait for him to hit that for the thing to happen. Wait till he turns around, then I can do stuff. Wasn't anything, don't worry about it. So I've got the helmet down now, but I don't know what that does for me. Could be an awful idea, who knows? I got this helmet, but what do I do with it? Maybe I can swap it with the phone. Or this. Nope, okay. I had nothing to say to you. Didn't listen anyway. Okay, there we go. Wait, nope, we couldn't change anything in that second. Okay. Can I change with this? I have a book, but that's not going to do much for me. Maybe I can swivel the desk ahead of time? Shit. Maybe the spouting lid makes it look like the desk? Nope. Don't really know what I was thinking with this one, honestly. If I can get to the stepladder, I can make it move. And then... then I can get this hat to fall down. Okay, great, but what... bring this over here. Oh, I can swap that with the book. Okay, and then I can swap the knit hat with the... this thing. Or not. Unless I need to make the hat fall down too. Hold on. What am I doing here? Huh. Then what was the point of making the hat go up there? And why did I put this on here? What have I done? Actually, wait, if I possess this thing, he probably can't turn it, right? Doesn't really change much, but... Not really sure what to do with the hat at this point, but... Nope, we already fucked up.
It's no use. Even with my powers, there's nothing I can do.
I don't see anything to swap the bullet with.
Guess you didn't make it in time.
So sorry, Inspector. Let's have to try again. Again! I'm gonna get shot again! Unless the hat was supposed to... Okay, hold on. Maybe that was it. Alright, I think I got it now. Swap the hat with the bullet, and then... Yeah. Uh, 18 chapters total. 70 normal chapters in the finale. Okay, so yeah, there's... I missed that message. But yeah, I should be able to... Alright, yeah. I can get up here. Good. Wait till he turns around. Okay, get up there. Swivel it. Knock down the rock. The helmet. Shit. If the bullet is the same shape as the hat, that should work. Meanwhile, hold on. I need him to get to, ideally, the book. But I guess that doesn't really matter if he doesn't. Or... And I can just keep him over here. Alright, well, anyway. Also, whose hat and helmet are these? I don't think those were there last time. Gonna get back up. Okay. Now, I go here. Got this. Got the hat. Swap it with the book. And then, yeah, okay, you can swap the bullet with the hat. I guess. That's roughly bullet-shaped, right? There's another yep, we already got that. Our chance is coming up.
The last split second, right? Leave it to me.
Would you look at that? The bullet is hanging midair between the gun and the inspector's forehead.
Now's our chance. I'm hearing the bullet right now. Let's swap this little thing with something else.
What? It's our only hope. There's gotta be something here with the same shape and direction as the bullet. Yup, okay. We just didn't notice that. Alright.
I don't think he noticed. Looks like he pulled off another magic disappearing act.
I didn't realize this gun shot hats.
And now I say it again. I love knit hats. So warm and most of all, soft.
Did I do all right?
Did a fine job, little one. You saved another life.
And I'll keep doing it too. Over and over.
What I just saw in just these 4 minutes gave me all the answers I've been looking for.
All our research these past 10 years pales in comparison, right, Professor? So you two are working together. That's about the size of it, yeah? Who would believe a story about a manipulator? So we pursued it ourselves, just the two of us.
I'm quite a crazy character myself, after all.
Okay, let's hurry back to our time. We have to rescue Miss Camilla.
You're right, Missile. There's a certain guy I have to follow, too. How does Evil Sissel not have any bullet wounds after getting up? Like, imagine someone would just question the gaping wounds if he were to leave. I mean, maybe, but like, maybe his body just doesn't have blood anymore. If he can just manipulate the corpse, he could have just drained the blood and then been fine. I don't know. It's ghost logic, I ain't gotta explain shit. Well, Cabanella's not dead, so there's that. After completing his revenge on Inspector Cabanella, the man in red left. And now a new story is about to unfold in a new present.
How are you feeling, you old crazy character?
Hey there, Prof. Ah, we're both alive, I see. Yeah, nothing like it, baby. I don't know if I'm getting old or what. I got a few aches and pains here and there. Used to be a little thing like an explosion wouldn't bother me.
Yeah, right. Like I'm gonna believe that. So what? The guy in red is gone, huh?
Just in case, I posted a special investigation units all around the building. Let's just pray the boys came through for us. Also, where's Camilla? Damn it, you picked a bad time to not listen to me, body of mine. I think he's creating a new timeline with each life he saves. Yeah, probably. We kind of have to be at this point. Oh, I can just dial the telephone. I guess I could talk to Cabanella, but like... If I knew things were gonna end up like this, I would have tried to die in that explosion, baby. That way I could have been dancing after Big Red by now. Might be able to erase deaths, but it's true I can't do much about injuries. But really, you shouldn't talk that way. Yeah, sorry, I suppose you're right. I just hate feeling so helpless. It was right there within my grasp. All our plans were resting on tonight, and then this had to happen. Guess he's thinking about his spotless record. Not too late, Inspector. Still have a chance. Maybe I can contact him. Say, you're right. That's not a bad idea. I'll cooperate with you fully. Go ahead and fire away with any questions you like, Mr. Ghost. What's with the spotless record thing? This spotless record of yours, is it really that important to you? Of course, baby. In some ways, it's more important to me than my life. And your life, huh? After all, it's because of my record that I'm able to get my hands on all intel as the head of the Special Investigations Unit. And because of my position, I get to direct all aspects of the investigation into the manipulator case. The manipulator case? That's why you cared about your record so much? Of course, why else, baby? I just never could believe it, man. Jowd shooting Norma. I didn't care that he confessed. There was definitely something more to the story, something secret. Yeah, so he's actually a pretty good guy. I did everything I could to climb the ladder, everything in my power. Then I finally found the answer. It took 5 long years, though. The manipulator. He's gonna prove that Jowd is innocent. What incredible determination. We first found out about the manipulator's existence during a certain overseas communication. Overseas communication? For national security purposes, this country keeps tabs on the communications networks. This particular communication was about making a deal with a certain foreign country. He said that he wanted them to buy him and his powers. Scooby Scoop? Pretty much, yeah. Welcome to the stream, John. He's a lawful neutral guy, I respect it. You know what? Yeah. He's doing the right thing, just in an odd way. That's how I first heard about him. Of course, we didn't know what he looked like at the time. And in order to prove these powers of his, he gave them the 2 predictions. He foresaw 2 completely preposterous and possible cases. The case of a man who would sing national secrets during a live rock concert broadcast, and the case of a man who would take the chief commissioner hostage in his own office. Those 2 inmates at the special prison, huh? We kept tabs on their communications and launched an investigation. And then, finally, we pinpointed where they were going to meet tonight and staked it out. That restaurant, the Chicken Kitchen. The manipulator plans on leaving this country tonight. On a submarine that belongs to the other country in this deal. Submarine? But we haven't been able to find out where it's going to surface. It's terrifying to think of what would happen if his powers were to fall into their hands. Right. Highly unlikely they'd use him for peaceful purposes. And now they have that little girl as a hostage. Lava chicken? Oh god, we're not bringing that into this. Milla. We have to stop him before he leaves the country. And I guess revenge, because guy mentioned revenge. Revenge against the people who stole his life away 10 years ago. He's a fool. He's the one who made the decision to take that little girl hostage, and he wound up dead. He only has himself to blame. What about when he said this? I was murdered by all of you! With ghost powers, the government would become fucking unstoppable. Exactly, yeah! There's a good reason he'd want to sell himself there. For a lot of money, I assume. When the girl was playing in the park, finally you expected... Yeah, we said this like 20 minutes ago. Yes, 10 years ago on that day, the Special Investigations Unit was working on a certain big case. We hauled in a young man, an important witness to our investigation. And then I did it. I made two very stupid mistakes. Detective, I'm telling you, I don't know anything about it. Fine, fine. You're under no obligation to talk, of course. But if you don't, the Special Investigation Unit can make the rest of your life a living hell. That's kind of cruel. But I'd just been assigned to the Special Investigation Unit, you see. Didn't share much info on big cases with a newbie like me yet, and I wanted to impress him. It was only supposed to be a simple matter of taking a statement. I was too green. I pushed him too hard. I drove him into a corner and made him lose all hope. That was my first mistake. Then I made another mistake on top of that. Gavinelli, you got a minute? Chief wants to see you about your report. Got it. I'll be right there. You stay right here and be a good boy now. Ooh, ah, ooh. Wish we had Goku to give the manipulator the Kid Buu treatment. Oh, if only Goku was here. That's when I did it. I left it behind the interrogation room. The key? My gun. You left your gun? How could you? He used my gun to escape. Well, I mean, yeah. What he said is true. If I hadn't made that mistake, he never would have had a gun to point at Lynn in the first place. Let's say if he was innocent, then tell me why would he hold a kid hostage? Panic, I guess, but still, that's pretty rough. It's just one thing I don't understand. You were so determined to help Detective Jowd. Why didn't you help him escape from prison? That's an easy one, baby. Escaping from prison is a crime. I wasn't about to help him commit a crime after spending 5 years trying to prove him innocent. And he himself asked to be executed, you know. As a man of the law, I had to make sure the execution was stopped legally. And that's why I brought him before the Justice Minister, too. I needed to buy as much time as I possibly could, baby. That's it, huh? There's one little unfortunate result of all this. Lynn completely misunderstood your intentions. Ah! What's a little misunderstanding? My baby will come around, give it time. But there are more important things to do with our time tonight. Guess I could ask him, but... Hold on. What's your deal, dude? Mr. Superintendent. Mind if I talk to you for a minute? I haven't always been a junkyard superintendent, you know. Used to be part of the police. Police, huh? Not as a detective, but as a medical examiner. I investigated victims' cause of death. 10 years ago, I was asked to autopsy a strange corpse. Hit by a meteorite fragments and died instantly. That's what the police report said.
There were no signs of life. He was definitely dead. I never filed an autopsy report. That's because the corpse suddenly vanished, leaving behind only one clue. His left testicle. An unusual corpse.
An unusual corpse. But that's what I've been chasing all night. Could you tell me more?
Yeah, sure. I have an interest in you recovering your memory and finding your true identity, too. That's the only way I can describe it, too. It was an unusual corpse.
Definitely, you stupid motherfucker. Exactly! Who leaves their gun behind?
He was dead, alright. No question about that. There wasn't a scratch on him.
Not a scratch. I thought he was hit by a meteorite fragment.
I don't understand that any more than you do. I was completely bewildered. When I tried to autopsy him, I was even more puzzled. I couldn't perform the autopsy.
You couldn't? What do you mean?
The scalpel went in, but I couldn't cut. As soon as I tried to make an incision, it would heal up in the very next instant. That's how it went. And no scarring or blood either.
Okay, so that answers the whole thing about like why there are no gunshot wounds on him. He can just heal himself, apparently.
I never had the chance to solve the mystery.
That's because the corpse up and vanished on us.
The morgue is well guarded. Nobody could have stolen that body. But there is one way the corpse could have disappeared.
What's that? If it walked up on its own. Yep.
It got up, opened the door, and walked out on its own.
What?
He was dead, but he wasn't dead. We saw it with our own eyes tonight. Not even that explosion could kill him.
He didn't even feel it when he slammed his fist on that stove.
The corpse left behind some interesting data from some testing I did. I got some readings for some kind of radiation coming off that body.
So regeneration, telekinesis, and possession, and maybe super strength, so we're dealing with an invincible Omni-Man as a ghost. Yep. This guy is unstoppable. At least from a normal perspective. Radiation.
I used all kinds of instruments, but I couldn't determine exactly what kind of radiation it was. Some undiscovered type from a world unknown.
Wait a minute, could it be?
That's right. It was coming from the meteorite fragment.
So basically he's like an alien ghost.
I went to that park and tested the spot where the meteorite fell. And just as I expected, I detected radiation coming from that crater. It was the exact same pattern of radiation as that of the corpse. At the time, I thought he was some kind of immortal being. He would die only to come back to life. I wanted to research it in all depth, so I quit my job as a police medical examiner. Several years later, I came to learn the connection between my research and the manipulator case, thanks to the arrival of this crazy character here.
Oh, stop now, Professor. You want to miss me blush?
It was about a year ago, I'd say. This man in white came dancing into my research lab here.
Oh! I heard there was an oddball here whose research at Demsick. Is that you, baby?
Who are you to be calling anybody an oddball?
I was investigating the manipulator case then. Then I heard there was a man who'd quit the police force and forced to study the meteorite. Police force to study the meteorite. When I heard that, it was like a meteor had struck me on the head. At the time, we were just starting to get leads on this manipulator. We didn't know who he was yet, but we knew he was communicating with a certain foreign country. In one of those communications, we hear the manipulator say this. The source of my power is not of this world. You love King Service and DMC if you enjoys making noise to Cabanella's walking. Oh, you mean, Faust? Also, yeah, I have played all the DMC games before, so I know who you're talking about, but yeah. The Faust thing, the hat, whatever it's called. Ooh. Ha! Whoa! They even did a reference to that in the anime, which was one of the better parts of the anime, actually. That's when I put 2 and 2 together, baby. The manipulator case and Temsic was somehow connected. Which also explained how 5 years ago he used his powers to manipulate a birthday surprise a little girl made for her mother. He added that gun to the contraption, most likely by controlling Camilla. Okay, so that answers all those questions. So that contraption in the basement here. You built that to try and help Detective Jowd? That's right. Jowd and I worked together back when I was with the Force. I used the reports of his case to try and recreate the device. But there was just one part of it that I couldn't reproduce no matter how hard I tried. Camilla told Jowd it did something it shouldn't have, and it made an impossible move. I added that part to the device I recreated. I put in the part that would allow the Cupid to rotate. Otherwise, the gun wouldn't fire. That must mean somebody manipulated Camilla's contraption. As a result, we proved to ourselves that the manipulator actually existed.
Inspector Cabanella!
Hey, baby. Not fast, I mean King Service's weapon. Nunchucks. That's true, he does make the noises with that, but I was talking about like the scene where he gets the hat and he does all like the Michael Jackson stuff. He's like, hoo ha, ho ho, and whatever. Yeah. Sorry about that phone call. That must have sounded like a real villain. I hated to spoil your image of me. Of that cool cat inspector you always looked up to. Is that really the image she had of him?
Inspector Cabanella, I'm sorry, I just heard you were chasing after that man all this time to try and help Detective Jowd.
This manipulator is such a dangerous character. I was hoping you didn't have to be involved.
So that's why you had me arrested tonight, isn't it?
Like I always say, if somebody was in the way, throw him in the slammer. Yikes. Good night. I really thought we finally had him. My body gave out of me right at the critical moment. Like a cruel joke. Ha 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 ha! But a joke is a joke. You might as well laugh. Jowd!
The minister called off the execution order. And while he was at it, he let Detective Jowd go free until tomorrow morning, too.
It's a pretty extreme while he was at it. Sorry I took so long to get here. You can leave the rest to me. Here you go again. You've always been like that. Make everybody else run around and then you swoop in at the last second. Jowd. 5 years ago, you left this coat with me just before you turned yourself in. I promised to give it back to you one day. Strong pigeon. Oh, there we go. His power is increased tenfold.
I've been waiting so long, Detective Jowd.
Yeah, that'll be funny, yeah.
Waiting for this day to come.
Thanks for not giving up on me, Lynn. Okay, I'm off then. Good luck, my old friend. This present you gave to me is just what I needed. Thank you. Glad you like it.
Sissel, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
You and I have to go find that man. I need your help. Will you do this with me?
Sure, but how? We don't know where the submarine is and the phone line doesn't work.
They use communication cables to make their calls. We'll get you hooked up somehow. You'll see. Can you wait here until we do? Please?
Okay, fine. Counting on you.
This true self you're looking for. I bet you'll find it soon. Alright, I'm leaving, Inspector Cabanella.
Chad, Kevin, Ellen, Lynn. 3 detectives of amazing potential. And also dying. It's almost dawn. Not who I thought I was. I'm actually further from knowing who I am than ever. Now I don't feel so alone. Each one of us, for his or her own reasons, is looking for the truth. Together, I think we can shed light on these mysteries and drive away the darkness. It's almost dawn. Alright, that'll probably be it for now. That's chapter 15 done. There's 16, 17, and 18. And then it's done. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Airhead, your favorite VTuber Android. Next stream will be sometime this week. As for when it is, keep an eye out for my schedule tomorrow. Have a lovely morning, day, or evening. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed, and goodbye for now.